Hello and welcome back. In today's video, I've decided to pick out 5 Championship players that Luton could sign on a free transfer. These 5 players have been released by their Championship clubs, so these are 5 players with Championship experience, and I do believe the players that I've picked could help improve the Luton Town team. It would provide competition, and also the 5 players that I've decided to pick, they're at a good age, and also if they do drop down to League One and play for Luton, and Luton get promoted first time of asking, I do believe these 5 players can also do a job in the Championship. It's a complete reset within the Luton Town squad. We're not going to get these best players in the Championship dropping down. I cannot see it, and I sometimes can't even see the best players in League One staying in the division. They would rather go up, to the next level if they can. So recruitment's going to be very difficult, but we are still an attractive club to join due to the finances, what's happening, and also the ambition to try and win promotion back to the Championship. Players want promotions on their CV, they want to be winning games of football, and they also want to be paid well, and I do believe Luton, we can tick a lot of boxes. Before I go into detail about today's video, please smash the like button, drop a comment down below on your thoughts on the players I've selected, and also if there are any players that Luton could sign on a free transfer, let me know down in the video comments, and yeah, let's see how many people agree with your suggestions. Also, if you're going to comment Kwame Poku, he's got over 20 clubs looking at him. There's no chance he's going to be signing for Luton in this summer window. He's going to be playing in the Championship, which is a shame because we were looking at him at the start of last season. So the first player that I decided to pick was a player called Jack Burrows. He's just been released by Coventry, 24 years old. He spent the first half of the season just gone at Kilmarnock. He played 14 times. Upon doing my research about Jack Burrows, I found a really nice quote, and it says, a versatile, quick, strong player once described by former manager Mark Robins as a Premier League athlete in terms of his fitness and physique. Jack Burrows can play as a right back. He spent a season on loan at Lincoln in League One and done very well. He comes across to me as a player that needs to leave Coventry and find himself again as a footballer. In terms of his strengths and what I've seen from him, he's brave, his work rate's quite good, his tackling's really good, and also his dribbling. Now, I also did see a comment by a Coventry fan saying that if Luton were to sign Jack Burrows, it would be a nice addition. The second player I've decided to pick is a player that's just been released by Norwich, Jacob Sorensen, or Jakob Sorensen. 27 years old, he can play as a centre mid and also as a defensive midfielder as well. He's played over 100 times for Norwich in the Championship. He featured 27 times last season, starting 14. He would add depth and a bit of quality in the midfield. Again, he also comes across as someone who just needs to find regular first team football, but definitely has the quality to cause teams problems. Also might just need to find a little bit of consistency in his games. In terms of his strengths as well, his passing's really good. He's very good in the air, so he has a set piece threat. He's strong. His first touch is quite good, and also his positioning is really good on the pitch. The third player that I've decided to pick goes by the name of Ryan Ledson, 27 years old. Preston North End have just released him. He always, for me, stood out when watching Preston. He is a defensive-minded midfielder. He would be the perfect replacement for Nakamba, in my opinion. He's played over 200 games in the Championship. He's become a bit of a squad player towards the end at Preston. He featured 26 times last season, starting 14. He's very good in the air. He's good at blocking shots. He likes to put his body on the line. His tackling is very good. He's someone that likes to get stuck in and win the ball back. His vision is really good. His work rate's good. And his positioning on the pitch is also good. The fourth player that I've decided to pick also has just been released by Preston. Emil Rees, 26 years old. Turns 27 in the summer. He is a striker. He stands out. He also has scored against Luton in the past. He played 186 games for Preston, 46 goals. Last season he played 50 times. A lot of those appearances did come from off the bench, so he wasn't the number one starter every single week. He did score 12 goals last season and got 2 assists. I do believe he's a good finisher when given the opportunities. He can do a long throw, which I find amazing from doing my research. He's got pace. His acceleration is also really good. I do find it a little bit strange that Emil Rees has been released. he's in his prime as a striker, and normally you don't release players when they're in their prime. But with him, I feel like he needs to find that consistency in his performances. I feel like Preston fans, they've been frustrated with him because he's not always performing week in, week out. He's not always scoring goals, which is also another issue. Like one season he did score 3 goals for Preston, and that's not good enough. But he can score goals. One year he did score over 15. He actually scored 20 goals in all competitions. So there is a player there that can score goals. It's just finding, I guess, the right club and the right style of play to get that goal scoring touch again and to provide consistent performances. And we might be that right club for him. And the last player that I've decided to pick, and I don't know how likely this will happen, but I picked John Swift, who's just been released by West Brom. He's 29 years old. He turns 30 in the summer. He could easily play as a championship player, and I'm guessing he will be a championship player. I kind of ran out of names, so I just thought I'd throw him in this video. But he's someone who I've always liked from afar, especially when he was at Reading. Less so at West Brom, especially over the last 12 months. He hasn't been the greatest of players in the Championship. In fact, the last 2 years haven't been great for him. But he does have quality. And when he does turn up, he can be on another level to other players. Now, at Reading, he was just unreal. You speak to Reading fans about him, they loved him. But could we, convince him to sign for us in League One? And if he was to join a League One club, would it be Reading rather than us? I'm not too sure. But look, we are a potential attractive option for players, as I said at the start. He played over 100 times for West Brom. He featured 36 times last season and started 19. He only got 4 goal contributions. For a player that can play as a number 10 and also as a centre mid. He can also play out wide, but he's so much better in the midfield. His strengths, his passing is really good. Shooting, set pieces. Technically, he's a very good player. Vision, and he's very composed on the ball. But he can be a luxury player, in my opinion. So it's whether or not we want to take the risk with him. But in League One, he would be one of the best players in the league. So that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy listening to the 5 players that I've picked that Luton could sign on a free transfer. If we want to win promotion, first time of asking, out of League One, then this summer the recruitment has got to be spot on. Most players we bring to the football club have got to be right. I'm a strong believer in if you can get a player on a free, then do it. Don't have to spend millions on a player if you can avoid it. As money in football, it's just so overinflated. So a free transfer, Luton, we kind of go, parallel. We like free transfers, and I do believe we get it right more often than we do wrong. When we spend money, however, we don't often get it right, and that's what worries me with us, because we don't get every transfer right. And to be honest with you, not every club does. But when you're successful, it means you've got your recruitment right. And hopefully we are going to have a successful season next year. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Smash that like button for me. Drop me a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one.